Hi, Epiphany. It's Dr. B, and I'm a licensed clinical psychologist. And I would like to talk to you today about what to do if you are feeling sad or depressed. These are just some tips and tricks that can help you get through the blues. So let's talk a little bit about what to do if you are in one of your sad funks. Some people, basically everyone, has periods in which they feel kind of down, feel kind of blue. And feeling down and blue is different than a full-blown major depressive episode, which is necessary to diagnose something like major depressive disorder. So if you have a depressive episode, that is at least 2 weeks of feeling sad for most of the days and for most of the day within those days. So it's pretty intense. But putting that aside, a lot of us, probably everyone, has an hour or two here or there where we get into funks, and that can really, really stink. It can still be quite hard. And so, what are some things you can do to beat the blues? One thing that I really encourage people to do if they are in a more of a depressive funk is to make them create a schedule. So what that looks like is taking a calendar with a week period and dividing each day into hours. And so in each hour, I have you write down one thing to do, one task. Because a lot of times when we're feeling low, it's because we don't have any sense of accomplishment in our lives. We don't have any boosts of doing. And so actually dividing our days into hours and scheduling in different activities to do can make us feel really good. Each time you check off that hour that you completed that task, it just gives that little boost of dopamine that makes us feel just a little bit better about ourselves. And the thing is, those things add up and get to a point where you start to feel better and you feel more motivated and more of that sense of like, okay, I have energy, I want to do more. So what are some examples of tasks that you can write in there? And it doesn't have to be all boring tasks. It doesn't have to just be like do the dishes or do homework or complete a project for work or school. It can also be things like, bake cookies or take a bath or go on a walk, go fishing, watch a TV show. It's okay to watch a TV show, and you just don't want to watch 6 hours of TV shows. So those are some ideas to get yourself to just do. And the thing is, it sounds so much easier than it actually is. When we are feeling down, the last thing in the world that we want to do is an activity. And instead, we want to go isolate ourselves, and we want to sit in our beds and just scroll through our phones for hours, and it just is this sort of meh, bored, worthless feeling. And you just have to, in those moments, really think to yourself, okay, I just need to go do one thing. And it can be something as easy as just walking outside. And so break that task down into steps, like first, take off the blanket. Second, put on your shoes. 3, walk out the door. And the more that you can break down your life into these more easily manageable tasks, the better it is that you'll actually get them done. And just doing is the antithesis. Industry is the antithesis of depression, which just essentially means doing and getting yourself out there, working, accomplishing tasks. That is what will ultimately defeat those periods of sadness. That's what's ultimately going to give you energy to keep going. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope that this is helpful, some helpful tips on how to beat the blues. Take care, and I'll be seeing you next week with another Mental Health Minute video.